Peace and love. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I've just been for a skate and I'm actually exhausted. And my calves are burning out. Like, because I haven't skated like this for so long. Right, I haven't literally used my calf muscles like that to skate for ages. They're so sore. But I'm not going to complain because it was a good time. I love having a skate, man. So refreshing. And it just chills me out a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? So if I come down to like do some fingerboarding, I'm like a whole lot more chill about. Oh, that felt clean. Like, I've realised now as well, trying to like bone these ollies out like that, I can actually pinpoint the nose exactly where I want it to go, which is obviously what you want to do. But before I was just like panicking, and that's why I say you shouldn't ollie and slide, because you end up just going to a lip or whatever. It's like up a rainbow arc and then pinpoint it. That's how you can even go into a tail like that. And there's like a 1 foot tail, well, 1 finger tail. But yeah, I've already decided the winners of well, not decided the winners, but I'm be honest with you, because 2 people have been straight up wrote on this piece of paper. On my other, they're returning customers as well, which is just even more goes to show like it really is just about getting the product out there so people understand how good it is realistically. So these 2 guys between them are gonna win the beanie and the glow in the dark board. I mean, that's a bargain, bro. That's a bargain. So I thought I'd fingerboard for about half an hour, and then I'm gonna come off so I can fingerboard and get some clips in. So I essentially have a room off on here, chat to some people. Yeah, just chill out really for the day. When you have a skate, you know, when you actually finally got out your system, it's kind of a relief. But it's so funny because I will post it. I go to take everything off like I'm done now, and then you see me kind of like, nah, I'm gonna hit a few more nollies or something because I'm trying to get my nollies back and stuff. So I am super rusty, and the reason I think that's why this leg hurts is because I'm popping with this leg more, and I'm obviously a goofy skater, so I pop with my left leg normally. So to skate nollie, you obviously then pop with your right leg, and I think that's why I'm like I've burnt it out almost. But yeah, I'm just absolutely knackered. I love those, man. I know what it is. There's something about nollie into a tail. It wouldn't be a blunt or something, do you know what I mean? And like, if you went switch, how long can I call it switch before I realise that that isn't switch for me, that I'm actually a goofy fingerboarder like I am a skateboarder. I will upload the clips there, be skating those. So the reason I don't always do it is because people are like, oh, you should do this, you should do that, not realising that I'm like retraining my body. I had to do physio after my injuries I had, and I didn't fully complete it. Like, not just physio at home, like actually go in somewhere to like walk on a, you know, one of these things that they hold you up, because I slipped a disc in my spine, and where I tore my ACLs as well. I tore both of them at the same time. Walking was, you know, I had to replace a hamstring with hamstrings, so I think they're thinner anyway. They're not as effective. So it's not why I just fingerboard now. So I still, as I said, I skated about 6 times today because it's like that. That's why the company's called Skate Addiction. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I hope everyone's having a good evening. It's going to go live for like half an hour. Have a little session, warm up, capture some clips for later. Not for me. I'll record them separately. And then, as I said, there's winners of the beanie and the glow in the dark boards. What was it? And a multi-pack of wax. And I offered it to everybody on here like for hours and hours, and nobody was taking it. Just said, look, you need to comment on the video. So all you need to do, going, I would like a chance to win. Nobody did it. So, I mean, they have, but on my other platform, so they've won it. So they've literally won this. It's just like the only reason I say it is because I know people on here are being cautious, right? As a new business and stuff like that. I get it, but like I've got screenshots which he said I could post. He put in the chat, and like, he's not just saying it to like sweeten me up. I know this for a fact because he said before, like one time with the wax, he was like, the wax isn't really good for metal, is it? Like he says it is. I was like, I know it's like, as I said, it's for, you want to use that particular wax for brick because it's like the heat that lends it into the brick. It's the only way I can describe it. But with wax, I've got another type of wax that you use on a rail, but that's why the multi-pack has 2 types of wax in it. But anyway, going on to what I said, so he's honest about how things are. But he went, literally, the board has, his mate has a Black River board, and every time he comes over, he wants to skate the one that I got. Look how the pop on these boards is incredible. There's nothing like them. I mean, I'm trying to actually get it, like, I can't, it's difficult, but you can get them like up here, man. If you're a good fingerboarder, you'd probably have to get it higher than that, because it is almost as high as your hand will let you. Let me try. Really got to try this. I did a flip trick that I didn't even mean to. That was like a late flip trick. But yeah, the pop's incredible. So that's what I'm saying. So like into a nose. There are no boards like it, and the durability, as you can imagine, is a lot more stronger. That wasn't good English. A lot stronger than other companies. But yeah, so they've won. I'm tempted to give them both actually, because there's two winners, and they were both like, look, at the end of the day, they were straight on it, because they were returning customers before. They bought with plenty of products, and they're like, oh, how can I win? Like, they know it. I'm like, you know what, you guys are legends. I'm potentially just. And that wasn't the rules. I didn't say it was going to be a runner-up or anything. I didn't give any rules. I just said, just comment and I'll pick winner. And nobody was on it. And I understand why people worry. People worry about scams and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm not like AI or anything. Or it's funny because someone said deep fake. I was like, who am I deep faking? Myself. I'm not even famous, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, I made them all from Canadian made wood. I made the stand as well, and you can go buy them all. It depends, well, obviously, what country you're in. If you're I ship to 27 different countries, I will be adding more. Hello, welcome. And then, wait, let me grab the jumper as well, because I'll show everybody what. Oh, trying to get nollies back has really messed my leg up. Like, I feel like my sciatica is playing that way. And where I sit with this, my spine, it feels like, the doctor said to me as well, and my mum described it to me, it feels that's what sounds like sciatica, which is shooting pain up the back of my legs when I sit down for too long, or if I'm actually stood up for too long. I mean, I'd say, this is why I'm on this shit, though. Lyrica, codeine. I used to be on, I'm on lots of it. I used to be on liquid morphine and stuff like that, but you just get nowhere in life, trust me. Best to just try and deal with the pain best you can. So it's a cat taking a shit and a guy all over it saying cat shit. I printed that yesterday, and then it's got the logo on the front as well. So these obviously won't be available. This isn't one of my hoodies, but it was just practicing to see, because I can print on any material pretty much, and you can put it through the wash like multiple times. It doesn't have that shitty vinyl like this. 1 second. So this was another practice one I done when I first started printing on tops. So that's vinyl, and then that's just onto the fabric, which is better for skaters, because if you sweat, you don't want that patch that like traps sweat underneath it. Hello, welcome, bro. Oh, sorry if I say bro, it's my lingo. You know what I mean? Someone's a girl or a guy. Everybody is a bro. Everyone's a broski. Because that's being treated like an equal then, in my opinion, because everyone's the same. I mean, if you don't want to be called that, cool, say it, but yeah, I was. See, I feel like I remember actually the name Carly. Have you been a customer? I believe you've been a customer, haven't you? Maybe. Or I could be wrong there, but yeah, you have. Well, it's the first time a customer's come from TikTok, so welcome. It's a lot more laid back platform, to be honest with you. It'd be a lot easier. But yeah, welcome. Lots have changed since I've actually done that. I've made skateboards, beanies, tops, 700 boards. I don't even know where I got to. I got a 3D printer. Don't know if you saw this time as well, but there's a sale on. Well, there was a sale. No, sorry, there was a sale on yesterday. No, the day before yesterday. When was 420? I don't know. Even if you didn't support it, it was 42% off. This is why I say people should hang around. That's like nearly half price, and that was on everything. So you could have literally got wax for like 50p. So there's no limit. You can get whatever you want. You know what I mean? It's the whole point. So do I. Well, I bought wood, yeah, I remember. I appreciate the support for the company, but I have the business as well. And early on, because a lot of people are a little bit iffy. Do you know what I mean? Understandably, since then, obviously, the boards. See that pop, man? There's no pop like them. Because somebody who actually think boards is like, bro, like, I've got a Black River board and your board's pop harder than theirs. And that's purely quality. And that's pulling against the grain, right? It's not pulling that. If I was pulling this way with the grain, it would be harder to even break that way. But that way it's just so durable. The wood I use, honestly. Let me get one of these. I cut my finger the other day, so I'm not going to do this again. But to show you the durability of the boards, and this is one I've already used as well, so you can see the grip tape that's been on it. Let's use I don't want to break anything. use a brick wall. First off, anti-wear graphic. Nothing. Like, how long are you live for? It really depends, really. Like, on here, I've on live for 4 hours the other day, which was crazy. I mean, like, they're so durable. Bear in mind, I already skated this for such a long time anyway. It's not like they don't have any bend to them, because the pop is incredible. There's a fine line between making something too durable and not durable enough. And they leave them in the mold for 6 hours and use shit wood, where I leave it in the mold for 24 hours and use the best quality wood. That's how you know I've been doing a live over a long time, or for every day of the week. I start to get my words wrong. I get tired. Oh, but see, I like getting the. Trying to get my finger out of the way from it. I like crooks, to be fair, because I feel quite smooth. Ooh. And I've got better at finger walling as well. And then worse at skating, bro. I went skating earlier. I got my nollies down better than I had done last year. Don't get me wrong, but learning to skate again has been a ball ache. I mean, seriously, the injuries have held me back so much. Like, not even like just the mindset now. I can generally feel like my body just cannot take the amount of strain that it used to take. It's probably a bit of age, because I'm 25 now. It does happen like slowly. I'm not saying I'm old, because people get really mad when they're older than me. Understandably, we're not old. We're just aging, right? But there's certain things you can do when you're a kid that obviously you can't do when you're older, and this is definitely skating is intense, man. Flipping out. I mean, I literally do like 5 to 10 ollies. I do like 10 ollies, 20 pop shove-its, and I'm already tired. Like, not tired to the point where I'd stop. I might need to breathe, but as a kid, I'm like, wee, back, forth, up, down, round, like all day. I come back and then I'll be like tired, and then I'd sleep well. But the tiredness presented itself differently. I'd still be annoying little shit at dinner or whatever. You know, I was in foster care. And then when it came to bed, I would just pass out. But now I just like know I have to stay awake because of chores, cleaning, whatever you got to do. Plus, like, if there's anything I need to tie up and to finish a day off with the business or whatever. Oh, grand I've got. I was like, I control the website and also the app I'm going to be releasing, and then malware to check for like essentially hacking and anything like that. There's a lot to do, as well as learning Fingerboard. Going on a live Fingerboard. If you notice, I don't use any of the clips from my lives for them. If you watch any of my videos, they are all freshly recorded, meaning I put double the amount of time. A lot of people clip their lives, which I think fair enough, right? It's a way to do it. It's a way to get views, but I kind of like to have fresh content for people to watch, for people who have watched the lives, and then it also entices people to watch the lives because it's something different. If it's just the same, it's just, you know, boring. Cool. So yeah, still be thinking about a bit more chatting, a bit more like deals, conversation. I can package on live if people order, and also like people who have already purchased before can like share ideas of things they want. So I trust them to purchase again because they've already purchased beforehand. It's people that don't come in and go, "Can I be a sponsor?" or "Can I get something for free?" Like, no. Or do you walk into a shop and get something? Nothing's for free, man. I have to sacrifice everything in my life because people think you're rich if you've got a business. You know what I mean? That's just not the case. Maybe like 20 years down the line, I might have a bit of money, but everything's called like it's reinvestment. This is probably the most expensive. Actually, no, the DTR. I'm not sure. Either this giant ass 3D printer, and I mean, it is huge. Right, it's massive. And or direct to film printer for the skateboards. I'm really not sure. But it shows your love for it as well, because you're not just copping out on like cheap shit or trying to just, I've done it the proper way, which costs you a lot of money to get off with, to start off with. I mean, not. And I refuse to do print on demand, which is where you send it off to somebody else and they print it. Because I'm like, you're not doing it yourself. Then it kind of loses that bit of like personal. So I love to do lives one day where I'm just drawing random shit, anything, and people can win what I'm drawing, and literally they can see it on the live, print on the live, I print onto the shirt on the live, and they can literally watch all the steps in the process. And then I could do like 5 shirts in a live or jumpers, and then people could win them somehow, do a competition. So I think I'm getting a sore throat because I don't feel great. The show must go on. I'll tell you what, I can even do grip tape really badly. Look at that. So I don't even know if I kind of answered your question with how long I'm live. Just generally quite a while sometimes. It depends. Sometimes I'll be live for. So one of them was like 4 hours. One of them was like, I think one was 6 hours. It was crazy. I didn't realize, but it was still running while I left my phone charging. So it wasn't actually like I wasn't live it yet. But most of them are probably like an hour or an hour and a half long. Then I walk the dog, go and do something, have a cigarette, whatever I need to do. Maybe come back on. Because to be honest with you, this is the way I've realized connecting with customers. The two ways: connecting with customers or people to subscribe with. Because obviously, truthfully, it does help. The more people you have. Hello. That's wild. See, I used to drink coffee like that, but instead of drinking 50 cups, I would literally do like, say this is your cup of coffee, right? I would do like this much in the granules. It was ridiculous. My partner, she was like, "You can't drink coffee like that." I was like, "Trust me, fill my heart." And then it didn't go up, but that's because I have ADHD. But at the time, I didn't have that diagnosed, and that's just, if your heart don't go up, like if you didn't know that already, that could be because of it. Because we're wired different. Well, people with ADHD are wired different. You can take stimulants, like I take what's it called, methylphenidate, essentially Adderall, and then I take booster Adderall as well on top of that, and that's like 100 coffees. I generally would say it's like 100 coffees. Like people apparently have taken these and like gone in to A&E with a heart attack. They're quite, do you know what I mean? Oh, I generally peak. See, I'll tell you what's nasty. It's going on about that, like coffee crashes. When you have a coffee crash, it is generally. It's why I don't like coffee because it gives me like the jitters. It makes me a little bit like anxious after a while. Shit. Nah. I love coffee. I think it tastes so good, and I think like there's something about coffee in the morning with my morning medical. Oh, like I said, man, when I get ill, it's like the slowest lingering little asshole in my throat for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And it's like weird, like no one gets ill around me either, but it's like my body doesn't fight the infection. Oh, I don't even know. I know I've got rheumatoid arthritis, so when I do get ill, I'm proper ill because my immune system's already always in attack. So normally, like people's, a virus will come in, your body takes a little while to detect it, and then it starts putting like antivirus antibodies and stuff like that, and your immune system to release whatever to attack it. But it's already always attacking joints and stuff like that, like day and night, non-stop. Really messes you up. But so they're already there. So it's like having guards at the door already, or being unprepared. That's essentially what the way I like to see it. Like rheumatoid arthritis is like having armed guards prepared to take out the virus when it comes in. Where if you don't, but then you also have to deal with the fact of constant pain. I try and see the positive of like, yeah, you don't really get ill. I mean, literally, just it's incredible because it's like your immune system fights off before you get it. Or sometimes that's why it seems to linger in my throat for a while because my body's fully fighting it off, but it's like still, I'm gonna like cough the phlegm up. You know what I mean? That's why we cough up. If you really swallow it, you don't get better anyway. It's not 100% thing, but like when you have a rheumatoid arthritis, your immune system so weird, it's strong. Don't get caught up. I was going to say, randoms, you're not random, but going back on what I was saying 10 minutes ago. So random to people who just joined, sorry. But my knowledge on the skateboard have got so much cleaner since last year, and I don't even know why. And I believe taking a healthy break from skating every now and again is so important because so many people just skating a lot. Oh, you need to skate for like a week, and then you take like a day's break, and no one seems to progress. Like they do, but like they're aching. Don't I don't believe that shit now. Running the business, I had to put skating aside again for a little while. You have to get your priorities right. The business was more important. It's a skate business, so I still got to skate in that and make skateboard. But that was my plan. I was like, okay, I can't skate anymore. I can, but not like I wanted to. Not after slipping a disc in my spine, with the injuries I've had. So I was like, look, my next option really is to start a skate company. And it's not like I wanted to do. I just really wanted to be in the skate sphere. Let's call it. You know what I mean? I just wanted to be involved. It was my favorite community. I think it has a toxic side, but it's one of the most sweetest, like humble communities as well. In a way, you know what I mean? Some of the nicest people, and people who actually like fall off their board a lot. I always find it like some of the nicest people because I think it's because they're humbled often. You're like me, like you get thrown off your board, you realize you're mortal and you are going to die. I know that sounds tragic and whatever, but it's not. It's like it makes you appreciate the little moments rather than just being like, hey, I've got, when people say, oh, I've got all the time in the world, you really don't. and people just don't get anything done. And I think that's said on purpose to keep people in this loop. You know, it's like a mind control in a way. As I say, the giveaway was. I've been announcing the giveaway all day, literally all day, and I like came onto this onto the other platform as well when I tried to let people know. Oh, sorry guys, it just got really stressful because nobody was doing it, and as I said, that's it. I'm gonna have to pick next two people that say they want to win. They've got it, but I've had to do this to push it a little more. But as I say, because it's slowed down a little bit, and I know there's a lot going on right now. And I'm not going to. You know, when you see those ads, like people saying, "Oh, you know, if everything went dark and you need a battery and why," and they're using the flipping war as a tactic to make a sale on TikTok. That is disgusting. That is absolutely vile, in my opinion. So, like I said, so I made a joke saying it's like I said it before too. It's a perfect thing to have in an emergency. You don't need a charger. You know what I mean? You don't need any of that crap. Like that. I don't know if you liked it, but yeah, I appreciate that. Oh man, honestly, today's just. For some reason, my finger would suddenly picked up though. The fact I can bone it out so high, as I said, it's because of the boards, but it's going good, man. How's yours? It's actually been a gorgeous day. Sun's shining. Yeah, peace and love, man. God bless everybody, to be honest, as well. Like, that's why I'm just like, just keeping the peace. I've removed certain words from it because it just causes issues, right? Because I just want it. What's the point? Just keep the peace. I don't want drama unless it's absolutely necessary. And why does it need to be necessary? You know what I mean? So I don't know how much longer I'll be live, and then I won't be live tomorrow or the day after, I believe, and then I'll be back on the day after that. So like 2 days. But it gives me time to like lock in. I need to sort out the skateboards because I've got Aussie sponsoring some skaters. I will post a video about them. Jordan Rose is incredible, man. This guy can do twist, hand plants, 540 in like indie or melon grabs over the spine. Like you just send anything. I've never seen anyone like it. Love to India, man. But yeah, love, bro. Love from. Well, I say love from UK because I'm like I live in. The thing is, I'm really struggling. It's a bit like an identity crisis, really, in the sense of I was born here, but I know my family moved to the UK, so I'm like I don't really feel like I belong anywhere in particular. But that's made me feel more culturally like diverse and just I just love everywhere, man. I think anywhere that's got people and just I just want peace. Like we all have different understandings, we're all brought up differently, and we can't. I was just saying you can't paint people with the same brush or whatever the saying is. Like you can't just judge everybody the same way. And that's the kind of world I'm trying to live in at peace. You know what I mean? Because it's just driving me nuts at the moment. Everything else. I'm so tempted to change over the grip tape, man. Oh, I want to get into a tail. Oh, I can't take that. It's so like sloppy. Oh, I am really bad today. Oh well, here's what it is. It's about the fun, innit? It's always like I say. It's about the journey, not the destination. Because when you get there, like wow, it's done. Do you know what I mean? Enjoy it. Enjoy the tricks. Enjoy being young. Yeah. Damn, man. As I say, I'm happy I got back in skating, like skating again. I am, because I skated when I was 16, had my injuries. I literally knew for a fact if I would have got to like 30 or 40 or 50 or whatever and not skated again, I think I'd have been really, really heartbroken. And that sounds really dumb to some people, but I mean, it is purely like when you have something you found on the earth. So I feel bad for like athletes who like paralyze themselves because generally, like, people don't understand that is your happiness, that is your thing. Like, nothing will feel the same again. And people say, oh, you'll find something. But the real truth is, you want to be careful with that one thing you got that you love because that is the truth. That's the one thing you love. That's why it's like your favorite thing. You're not like spanning between all these things. You know what I mean? Like through it all, skating, I need to get out of my system. I love it. and I'm just grateful I can skate. You know what I mean? Just to any level. It doesn't matter how hard I skate or whatever. I don't need to impress anybody anymore. When I was growing up, I went trying to impress people, but there was that level, that element of battling it out with your mates and wanting to be like, you know, better at this trick and clean it up. And like, I don't say anymore, but you clean up the trick because it'd be a bit rusty or be a bit dirty, and you need to clean the trick up. You know what I mean? And I don't know if they, I don't even know the lingo anymore, but I don't know. It's just sad, man. As I said, I really want to. I'm so happy I came back in skating though after my injuries. As I say, it really does show. Even because I injured myself, it's not like people like, how do you still like skateboarding after slipping a disc in the spine, like tearing ACLs, MCLs, breaking collarbones? Because it's me that done those injuries for one. It's not the skateboarding. I've done it skateboarding, yes, but at the same time, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just pure love for it. That's why I feel bad for people who end up like paralyzed from sport and they can't do the sport they love anymore. Like, that's got to be so heartbreaking. Because people say, "Oh, you're fine saying again." Like, people don't understand that one thing you've got to hold dear because it is the reason you bonded so well with it. Is it's like your thing to do. I'm not saying everything going to be saying else I can't enjoy in their life, but I do really think, you know, put it this way, I love fingerboarding now. It's really good fun, you know, the tricks you can do and the control you can get with the board, but at the same time, hello man, welcome. At the same time, nothing beats skating for me. I still need to skate. So that's why now I'm like, not, you understand, someone who slipped the disc in their spine or herniated a disc, tore their ACLs, had a compound fracture, the bone came out my arm. I got to a point where I'm like, I don't want to skate and put myself in stupid danger anymore. You know, I just want to love from the UK, man. Peace. I want world peace. That's what I want. Love love and world peace. That's all I want, man. I generally do. We can all be a bit nuts. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in the UK, but like, my family moved here, like from like Romania and stuff like that, South Africa and Romania. But oh man, as I said, it's one piece, and that's why I feel like we all come together over common ground, either fingerboarding, skateboarding, art. You know, the appreciation for something other than bloody, like, I don't know, one's land. I appreciate we all respect our land and our motherland and our homeland and whatever, but then we also have a common ground, all of us. Art, music, there's got to be something, right? And that's what we need to find. I just want peace, man. I do. I can demand it. I demand peace right now. Like, it's pissing me off. Just, yeah. Anyway, I'm probably gonna head off in a second just so I can like actually get some good clips. Because for some reason today I'm just really, what is that? Why are they so clean? They're leather like that. Oh, I need to go get some good clips. It's one of those moments where you know the clips are gonna be clean. I've also got some skateboarding clips to upload as well. So I went skating like 8 times today. I couldn't have enough of it. I couldn't get out of my bloody system, man. It's so bad. And I really want to travel soon. I'm like desperate to just be like, right, that's it. Right, I'm just coming to America. Do you know what I mean? I'm going anyway. I just want to get out of it. See, the thing is, you say I'm young, but I'm 25. So I'm like, I grew up before Facebook and YouTube. I know you're going to clearly be a little bit older. So respect to that. Mods are like moderators. I don't know what the other thing is personally. I don't understand half the Gen Z shit. My brothers are like 30, so like I grew up with millennials. Like my whole family's millennials, so rather than my younger sister at the time, but like she came in a few years later. But I mean, when you grow up around like, I mean, it's like SKY, CKY, sorry, or like Bam Margera, or even just growing up watching like Rodney Mullen. I know it's like later on or X Games. I'm just very much like, if you watch something, it was on TV, and you know what I mean. I don't know. Times have changed, man, and I know it's for other people a lot so, but I don't like to be roped into the iPad kids. I cannot have that happen. No, because well, I'm 20. I'm nearly, bro. I'm 25. That's like close to 30. Do you know what I mean? I'm closer to a 30-year-old than I am an 18-year-old. So at the end of the day, I'm closer to. That's how I see it. And it's like someone message on my thing going, "Oh, a kid." I'm like, bro, I'm not a kid. Youngsters more respectful. I respect that because I am a younger than. When someone says that, you're clearly younger. When someone calls you a kid, I'm like, kid's definitely someone who's a kid. I mean, at one point, it's like it didn't bother me, but now it's like, right, I'm 25. it was a compliment at one point because I'm not aging, cool, right? But now it's like, bro, seriously. It's all good, man. I know I'm a bit clueless myself. That's what I mean. So when people, I just want people to not think like I don't want to seem dumb because people seem to think I'm like I would understand it. But as I say, my partner understands it better. She's 23, about to be 24. We're like a year, we're 18 months apart. I think it's about 18 months. Well, I say I think it's because it's like 18 or six, like 16 to 18 months. Yeah, it's 18. But yeah, trust me, it's like even that difference alone. She knows more than I do. But I grew up like skating, I guess, so that is more where people may have started playing on Xbox 360s and stuff or whatever they had. I was out skating with my mates, and I'm well travelled as well. So I don't know. I'm an old soul, and I've got PTSD, and I've been homeless for 2 years. I was attacked. People tried to set me on fire. It's the reason why I'm probably like starting a business because like when you go through a lot of shit in life, you tend to excel. That's why I've seen anyway. Like if people in care, people that go through shit, they tend to just want to do better than do the complete opposite to what they grew up around, and that's exactly what I'm heading for. But anyway, 2 seconds, guys. Sorry, guys, but yeah, I'm just thinking. So I might end the live soon, really, so I can go and get on with some bits. It's sad 'cause I do like coming on the live and like interacting with followers. Oh, damn it! Sorry, subs. On here, it throws me off now because I've gone onto the other platform. But yeah, subs and new customers, and it's nice. It's what I do it for to connect the community, not to be on top of it. To connect the community. Anyway, oh man, it's still really nice and sunny outside. This is the piss take part, and my brain's like, I just still want to go and skate. If anybody else is a skater, put your hands up. No, I'm serious. Like, if someone here is a skater, you'll know exactly what I mean. It's that weird, mate. I swear, addiction is a lie in the sense of addiction is easily formed with chemicals through like substances because they have a chemical addiction as well as a feel good addiction. But I think that feel good addiction is a lot more powerful than people ever realize. Because I'm sorry, the pull to go and skate or the pull to go and do that you see with something like people who have adrenaline junkies, they do crazy shit. Like people jump off of like cliff edges, right? That's so rocky and stuff, and they're like the chance of hitting a rock's like 30%. So like people with adrenaline junkies, that you could arguably say is dangerous. Just like so, my point is addiction. I feel like is way more than just obviously the chemical. And we know we have the physical and the whatever connection to it because I've been an addict to substances, but I'm also super addicted to what, as I said, skating. It's different in the sense of there's no physical withdrawal, but there is a mental withdrawal when you don't skate. I think you feel a little bit like down. You're like, oh, because you were having fun, you were doing what you wanted to do, you were skating, and now that's over. I don't have to. That's probably what it is. Like it's like when you play a game or something for a long time, you come out to real world and it's like, oh, that sort of real world shock thing when you get. I had it when I played VR one time, a few times, and that's why I don't like VR. It was weird. But yeah, that's what skating does for me. I'll be skating for a while, chilling, and then I'll come back and yeah, I want to skate. But that's like the addiction side, in a like non chemical addiction, right? But it could be a chemical in a sense because I mean it's not a synthetic chemical release, but when you do something you enjoy, it releases dopamine. Sorry, yeah, when you do something you enjoy, it releases dopamine, serotonin, endorphins. Not always endorphins, because obviously endorphins are like workout. But if you're skating, you're going to get endorphins too. So you're gonna that's probably why skating is so addictive. You've got endorphins, dopamine, and I'm gonna look that up. I might actually make a board that like relates to those and why skating's so addictive. Because you've got chemical. I'll try and do like a timetable or something that's got like not timetable, but like a chemical table that would like show the addictiveness of things. And as I say, if you think about it, when you get dopamine and serotonin as a feel good factor when you like either do something, it's a reward, you know what I mean, a reward chemical. But then you would only get endorphins if you really work out. So technically, skating is, you could say they are a chemical. They're not synthetic, like putting it into your body. Because I've been an addict before, it's very different. I understand that because it's like physical, your body sweats and horrible. But with skating, you kind of have this fit like mental. But you get it with gamers as well. Gamers can get it, like that mental withdrawal from like into the real world. So I just think that's a real thing. With the skating, you've got endorphins, serotonin, and dopamine, which are all feel good, essentially will make you feel good. And then if you take those away, you're gonna feel kind of shit. Like that really does make sense. Because obviously gaming doesn't have endorphins because you're not working out. You're sat still, you know, so that's why gaming's a bit boring for me. But when I'm skating now, I'm always like it gives me endorphins, endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin. So you could essentially call it a chemical addiction because it's releasing the chemicals in your body, which makes you then addicted. And I'm not just saying to be offensive to people. I've been an addict before. I know it's very different. There's physical withdrawals, and you can actually alcohol can straight up unalive you. But yeah, it's like weird. Like I've gone skating, come back, I've been really down and out, like depressed a little bit. And you think you'd be better after a skate, but I think it's because you've had to step away from what you're doing, you love, and it's like breaking hyperfixation. And that in itself, hence the company Skate Addiction. And it seems stupid at first, because it seems so childish, but it is. You know, if you're addicted to skating, bro, it's just a fact. It is just a fact. And the thing is, as I said, I'm definitely addicted to skateboarding, like without a shadow of a doubt. Right? It's like it's like my ultimate passion. And you know, when you've got like a physical, like you know, my partner's like my favorite person, but my favorite inanimate thing is skateboarding. And like right now, even it's bad. I just want to go skate again, and it's like it's just not realistic. I keep telling myself it's not realistic because like my bushings are blown out. I keep sweating. I'm so tired. I can't keep skating like that's the issue with me with skating. It's I'll go again. I'll go 10 minutes later, half an hour later. I'll do another 20 minutes. I'll do another. And I think because where I put, so I wonder what that noise was. But where I put my skating on hold for a year, where I've had to run the skate business, you know, to get your priority, to get because that's priorities at the end of the day. Coming back to skate, I was like, oh, you know, that's good. Like, it's given me that nice, healthy break from skating because I like it. And then today again, I've gone to 8 times skating. I'm like, bro, it really does start to become potentially an issue. Maybe not. That's a weird noise. But yeah, it does become a bit like, I don't know if you. Yeah, I just feel like it does become an issue. You don't even realise. And it's a bit like gaming withdrawal. But I generally get it from skating. I don't, and it sounds dumb because I know people just said addicts. I've been an addict before, so it's not said to be offensive in the sense of like I do. There's a massive difference, but I think that's why getting sober through skating also helped because just sitting there trying to watch a movie doesn't really release anything. You're just sat in a neutral state trying to get sober, and your brain's craving dopamine release. You know what I mean? It's craving escape from that situation that feels uncomfortable. If you then skated, which is going to release dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins, like I said, those are a natural, good enough high to almost counteract the not the addiction itself because it's still going to be there. Believe me, it's so strong. I'm not saying hey you can just go and do anything and then just skate it off. Like it's horrible. It destroyed me, right? But skating generally on a whole other level because I've now pinpointed it. You need to do something that's fun and physically draining because as I said, how I got sober wouldn't be sitting on a couch or AA talking to people. It didn't work for me because I was just depressed. Your brain's got no natural feel good chemicals, right? But then if you go for a skate like I did or whatever it may be, skating again, obviously I had injuries when I was younger. That's why I've got depressed, painkillers. It's bad, like a loop. But then I ended up becoming an addict, right, to deal with it. And instead of continuing that loop, I then started to skate again a little bit when I met my partner to try and go back into our ways. And it's like magic, bro. I can't even remember the time where my brain clicked. It was like a combination of a few things. Um, but yeah, the skating definitely helped because the skating curved what would have felt like withdrawals. Because as I said, skating releases dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins. Like the last one's important because if you don't get endorphins like from just watching a game or something sitting down, you need to be physically active. You need to be enjoying it. And a lot of the time, people don't enjoy the gym. It's just draining. They're just trying to get big. So skating's like that perfect middle ground because I love it. I could go for hours and hours and hours, even with my injuries. I just don't take my painkillers, and it also shows how good the natural feel good chemicals in the brain are as a painkiller because you've got serotonin, dopamine, and endorphins running through my system. I'm feeling great, and then yeah, evening comes around, I'm like, oh damn. So I've got my codeine and pregabalin for like nerve damage, but I just not needed it all day, and it just goes to show. And that's why I think I'm really make a big actual deal of this, because we are we are combating addiction in a completely wrong way. Trying to get people to sit in a group and talk about it while they're there depressed as shit, reminiscing about using something, it's not going to help anybody. Like, really, really logically think about that. Your brain uses stuff to feel dopamine, to feel this. So, why on earth would you sit there and not get some sort of natural release? Like, you go for a run, go for a hike, go see some views. Like, try and get your natural dopamine. The reason I think skating works so well is because it's so quick. It's a full body engagement workout, like literally head to toe. You essentially tense a bit as well when you're skating, just to like, I don't know, it just naturally happens. Sometimes it could be you loosen up after a while, but you naturally kind of tense when you, in my opinion, when you're skating. Just to, it's more, it can be a bit more rigid, and that's almost like crunching all the time. And it's like ollies, even an ollie is like a crunch. It's like air crunches. They're a really good workout, and you'll get abs and stuff skating. But that's not the point of why to skate. But yeah, as I say, you go from being really depressed, and I can say I've done so many different sports when I've tried to get sober before, like basketball, badminton, that, like, squash thing, or that one where you hit in and go in the room. I've done all these things. None of them actually gave me the same level of dopamine, serotonin, or endorphins all together. I'm guessing that's what was released because I felt amazing as skating. And granted, skating for me is my thing, so that's probably why it worked so well. And we're all gonna have a different thing. That's my point. Like, they tell you to, isolate yourself, don't mix with the wrong people. That part is very true, but the isolating part is, in my opinion, is not a good idea. So I want to change this whole world look on sobriety and how we deal with it. Because as I said, I got sober off of everything, alcohol and like 2 liters a day, all that crap, like really heavy shit. Right, I got off of all of that skating. Yes, I had the withdrawals. I'm not trying to say it's just the easy fix, because of the mixture of endorphins, serotonin, and dopamine. That gave me a natural boost of feel good energy for me to actually like kind of push through it a bit better in the day. And it gave, like, going back to skating how I used to skate, or even just it was nostalgia probably mixed in with the endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin. Because when you take something, is a chemical one with your brain, might release dopamine, releases these things, but then they expect you to sit in a group in NA or AA or whatever, or at home alone, not mixing with people, thinking, being depressed and spiraling. Bad news, bad idea. Never worked for me. I don't see it working for anybody. Oh, here we go. Funny that one, man. I actually have a missus, and you're watching my life. I'm self-employed. So, what's that? Oh, skateboards. My missus. So I'm not trying to sit there and be a dick, but at the same time, I'm doing good. I don't need sex. I'm just trying to let people know about addiction, because unfortunately, they're just teaching people the wrong thing. I've lost 2 friends to substances, and they never managed to battle addiction, and I did. So I feel like I owe it to help people who think things are cool, so like drinking, all this stuff, bro. I slipped disc in my spine, tore ACLs. I got stuff like complex PTSD, about seizures, and I still, through all of that, and that rheumatoid arthritis, still have a business and still keep pushing. And it's just hopefully a bit of spirit for everybody else. Because I mean, people these days, I'm sorry, I'm 25. People are like weak-willed. People are like, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. I really don't know. There's just no like soul in anybody anymore. People are just giving up on everything. It's kind of heartbreaking. And like, you see people like, oh, well, what's the point? Like, I'm generally worried about our future generation, like the next one below me. I'm like 25, right? So being 25 is like, I'm on the cusp of like Gen Z and millennial. My brothers are millennials. You know what I mean? So not just wasting time. Yeah, man, that's exactly it, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I could be sitting here trying to make sales all the time as well, but for me, it's not about. I feel like it's a bit greedy to. When you've got knowledge that can help other people, people are asking earlier, people just said, it's just a point I had to make because I've realised it, and I'm hoping if someone goes through, they'll see it and think, you know what, yeah. Because I try to get sober so many times, this the way they provide you to get sober. But if you think about it, every customer cured, sorry, yeah, every patient cured. I said it the wrong way around. Every patient cured is a customer lost, and it's so sad that it's true. And you know what I mean? I don't care. The truth is, like, you've got to care about yourself and think about yourself. That doesn't mean like breaking all. I mean, still, it's a deep one to get into. But it's just, I don't know. I'm the sort of person. If it's an injustice, I would try to speak out about it. If there's, I can't. I'm not like I can't sit there oblivious. That's just not me. I don't like that. Especially when I'm aware of it. You know what I mean? Just act oblivious to it. I can't do that shit. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I am gonna go and walk the dog. I've been on live for a long time today, and I will post some footage of some fingerboarding and some skating that I got today. I am rusty, but it'll take like a 20-minute warm up. I'll be good. But yeah, all I say to people is just follow your dreams, man. Just follow your dreams. Like I worked so many jobs, 9 to 5s, graveyard shift, everything. Like, never treated with respect in the workplace, and end up just going, you know what? I've got my own skills. I've got my own talents. I don't need people's validation. You know what I mean? It's not about validation. It's just finding happiness, bro. It's not money. Money's stability for sure. Happiness is in what you do. So I'm not saying like, oh, you don't need money. I'm poor. I literally have Sheen sliders that I've got breaking them. They're not like LV. You think, oh, because he has a business, he wears LV maybe or so. Bro, I have odd socks on. Right? This is life. Like, I'm not rich. Far from it. Oh, but yeah. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody. Peace, love, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. As I say, I won't be back on tomorrow, but I may be back on the day after. I'm really not sure this week. I'll have to ask my partner because I don't know when she's working. So I normally go live when she's at work because then I can spend more time with her when she's not working. Shit. Oh, I feel like I took more diazepam than needed then. Sorry. I thought I took more. I got 2 strips that I've prescribed it. It's quite, you could say, strong-ish. I mean, it is quite, to be fair, they don't like giving out. It is quite strong. Oh, right, thanks. Sorry if I sound like blunt about it, but yeah, I do have a partner, so I'm just out of all due respect to people. I'm not even sorry. Like people, I'm sorry, but I have a partner. I'm like, what are you sorry about? I ain't sorry I've got a partner. Do you know what I mean? That's a cool name. I would love to be able to pronounce that, but I don't want to. I do not want to butcher the name. I'm sorry. It seems like a cool name. Mine is Josh. Oh, that would have been a nice switch flip out. Oh. Bro, I say my excuse for shit fingerboarding is I make the boards and the skateboards. That's my excuse. Anyway, yeah. So I'll be back on in like 2 days when hopefully my throat isn't so sore. Thank you. Well, I appreciate the confidence, guys. Yeah, it's always nice to meet. That's why I like coming on here. It's not about customers, it's about meeting new people. I honestly think that's the best part about online is what internet should be used for. And I know it's like crap, actually. Do you know what I mean? It's just people meeting people with similar interests, or even if not interest, maybe in art or music or, you know what I mean? Anything. There's so many things people connect over, but instead we choose to fight over everything. I mean, truthfully, it's done. I can't wait to move, man. I'm moving out of the UK. I've like my family moved to the UK. I'd be so pissed off when I'm like, right, I don't talk to them obviously anymore. They're a mess. But the funny is like they put so much effort into getting here, and I'm like, and I'm out. I'm okay, thank you. How are you? I'm tired. I'm very tired. I just realised like these boards, the pop is wild. I mean, realistically, you're not going to get a pop like on a slip. Like, it's wild. There ain't no pops like this, bro. There ain't no pops, trust me. But anyway, peace, love, and I'll catch you guys all the next one, which, as I said, probably going to be like a day or two, maximum of 2 days. I doubt it won't be like day after tomorrow, like not day after tomorrow, but the day after that, I should definitely be back on. Just take a nice healthy break as well. Spend some time with the partner. Remember, family is the most important thing, bro. Especially family and mates as well. Anyway, yeah, peace, love. I'll catch you guys all on the next one. Oh. Yeah, I'm knackered. I appreciate it, but yeah, I'll catch you guys 2 days, maybe 3 days. Let's say 3 days. I'll be on. Right, I might even be on early. I'll put a notification up. But yeah, peace, love, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. Enjoy the weather.